Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, as y'all know, I offered a subprime bill in 2005, which was the North Carolina bill with the New Jersey securitization. But I don't think it's very helpful to play the blame game, because the American people really don't, at this point, whether it was Democrats, Republican, or what I'd like to say, all of us were guilty. The administrations were guilty. The regulators were guilty. The Congress was guilty. I at least admit that, and think we all ought to come to our senses and admit that, and admit where the mistake was. And part of that mistake was that we tried to take economics and turn it into social policy. And we tried to promote affordable housing to the point to where we required no down payment. We had high loan-to-value mortgages, and we gave loans to people with questionable credit. Anytime you do that, you're going to have losses, whether you're the government or whether you're a private enterprise. But the point now, I think, has gotten down to whether we're going to continue to have a government role, or whether we're going to go to, as Mr. Miller says, capitalism. I view capitalism as a little more favorably than he does. But, and I see our panel, we have 8 panelists. 6 of them want a government guarantee, and 2 of them don't. And I think that the thing we ought to all admit to ourselves is, if you have a government guarantee, you may have the taxpayers liable. And there is a subsidy. There is a subsidy there. And whether it's worth it or not is what this Congress has got to decide, whether we're going to obligate the taxpayers. Paul Volcker said, and I agree with him, and I saw Mr. Pinto, I stole this from your opening statement, but I think it's very appropriate. Some have argued that federal intervention and guarantees are inevitable. I think most of my colleagues in the majority have said that. Beware of such advice. The failures caused by past interventions are evidence that such interventions do not work. They will say, but this time will be different. It will not be. As he said, Chairman Volcker said, any explicit government guarantee of private mortgages will once again privatize profits and socialize the inevitable losses. So let me conclude by saying this. I know the industry's here, and they're saying we need a government guarantee. Now let me tell you this. If I were in the industry, I'd be doing the same thing, because I would love to make loans, and if they fail, let the taxpayers pick up the loss. That's a pretty sweet deal. But the Americans all throughout this country have started saying, don't obligate us.